Hey everyone, this is Martin, and we are up to day number 26 on our Build a Roadmap for Yourself Back to the Land video series. And today, if you listened yesterday, you'd find out that today's subject is going to be a little bit of a surprise, and we'll get into it in just a minute. First of all, I'd like to have you go down, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. Turn the notifications to all. That way you'll get all of them as they come out. There'll be 30 of them altogether, so you don't want to miss any of them. And the second thing is, once we got started, we decided to stop, write a companion book. That's this right here. And to the series, you do not need to buy the book to get the information from the series through the videos. The book is probably a little better organized in its thoughts, and then it leaves you places to put notes and things like that as well. Down below in the description is where you'll find out how to get those. You can get them from Amazon. You can get a $3 cheaper version of it from us directly that has typos in it. It was the version that we'd created before we had the final editing done, so it's got typos. Anyway, so this one is going to be journal and document. And you may immediately stick with me on this because you're going to find out the importance that we have in that. You may find that why would you even make that as part of a necessary part of your back to the land journey and process? And there's actually several reasons why we find value in that. The first one has to do with it's a value just to us. I mean, it's entertainment value for me to go back and see what we've done. And see that process, how that process has happened along the way. And as I, again, go through social media and I see people being discouraged by, they've been out here, they've been working on the land, they've been just doing all of the stuff that they know to do, and it just feels like they're never making any progress. And it does feel that way. It feels like that way when you look at it from day to day, week to week, and even month to month. And so you just lose the perspective of the things that you're accomplishing a day at a time. And so as I go back in, we document things through a blog. We document them, in a weird way on Facebook. We document them through a YouTube channel, and then through, writing books. And where it benefits us is that I will routinely go back through our video channel, especially, and go back a year and see what we were doing 1 year ago. And it astounds me the amount of progress that we've made in just 1 year. And you can pick out any year in there and see what we were doing a year prior to what we were doing at that time. And it's amazing how much progress we've actually made. And then to go back 2 years and see where we were at and what we were doing 2 years ago. We were just barely opened this property up 2 years ago. And so we were still moving tools back and forth with us every day. And it was literally raw land that we were cutting paths through the brush back in here with. That was just 2 years ago. And I'm sitting on the back deck looking at the woods off in the distance and just remembering how incredible that journey has been for us. And so it's important to be able to look back and just see the progress that you're making, because you don't see it in short increments, but you do see it over time. And so that helps in that, just encouraging you on the journey that you're making. We found there's another reason why we wanted to be able to journal and document this, and this is for our family, our kids and our parents and people that are nieces and nephews. To me, are probably the most excited, that follow the progress of the journey along, probably the closest. We're the aunt and uncle that's doing the weird thing out in the woods, and they love it, and they can't wait to come down and see what we've done and what they've, and it inspires them in a weird way, I guess, to think that you really can do this sort of a thing, and you don't have to. It's not just for some people that you don't know. It's people that are doing these things that are cool and develop a self-sufficiency out in the woods, out in nature, and they love following that. Our kids, some of them do, some of them don't. But at some point, I think I like to believe that they will find the value in the journey that we've taken and how that can benefit them at some point if they ever decide to do something similar. Now, we already have one daughter that has actually taken this step, and her husband have bought land, very remote land that's going into an off-grid type of a development. And I like to think that we were at least a bit of the inspiration for that. So developing that for the family and friends is another piece of value. And one of the things that's probably more surprising for me, another reason why I believe journaling and documenting your adventure, your journey, why that's important, is the people that really you don't even know that, like us, the people that are following us on the YouTube channel. It's like a lot of them, they send me notes and comments, thanking us for, laying this stuff out and showing how things are done on video. And so that can be important. Does that benefit you? Not necessarily, but it's like you're paying it forward a little bit to somebody else when you do go through the process of journaling and documenting what you're doing on the land, because other people are dreaming of doing that very same thing. And if they can follow your journey and help them duplicate that in some small way, that can be very satisfying for you. So find a way to do it. Even if it's just in a notebook and you just write down a daily diary of what you're doing. That will be one way of recording what it is that you've done for yourself, for your family, for other people that you don't even know that have a chance to, if you make that available to people outside your circle or your tribe. Anyway, so we find it a value. I think that if you take the time to do it, you'll find value in it as well. It's not going to make a difference whether or not you complete your journey or not, but it may encourage you along the way as you do that. So anyway, that'll be great. Tomorrow we're going to do a subject that is absolutely probably my favorite one in the whole entire series, and we'll talk about what that is when we get to it tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.